Welcome to another edition of VMblog's video interview series. We're excited to be joined today by our industry friend and supporter, Jed Ayres of IGEL. Jed, let me wish you a happy new year and say it's great to have you on with us again.
Absolutely. A huge pleasure to join you again. Thanks for having me. I hope you had a great new year.
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess let's kind of just jump right in. We'll kick off the conversation and ask if you can maybe talk a little bit about what's new with IGEL as we enter, a whole new year, 2019. Maybe there's some, growth that you can kind of give VMblog viewers a little sneak peek at, or just, what's new with the company.
We're going to push out a momentum release in a few weeks, but I'm happy to give your viewers a sneak preview of how great our year was in 2018. It was actually I think surpassed a lot of people's expectations in terms of what IGEL could do on our way to really taking significant market share. So the company passed the $100 million revenue mark, which is a pretty big deal for any tech company or software company, right? Less than about 5% of companies ever achieve that milestone. So that was a big deal for the company. And we delivered over 500,000 IGEL OS powered endpoints, and we actually had 7 deals over $1 million, 2 of which came right at the end of the year, which were very large software deals, the largest we've actually ever done. And yeah, so it's been just an amazing trajectory since the early days of talking to you guys, right? We've actually grown our software business about 700% over the last 3 years. So it's been an amazing ride, and we are starting to see some of the largest enterprises, hospitals, retailers, banks really understand the value that IGEL can bring to them, and it's just been amazing, right? The team's growing, and all the fun things that come along with that.
Hey, Jed, so it sounds like you guys had a great 2018. Me and David are excited to be coming down for the 2019 disruptEUC that's coming up in San Jose. And we also wanted to thank you for having VMblog as a media partner for this. Can you tell our viewers a little bit about the events that are being held this year and some of the things that attendees can look forward to seeing at Disrupt?
Sure. So yeah, this is our 2nd annual Disrupt. We're pretty excited about the program we put together. Obviously, last year was a huge success. I think we kind of tapped into this nerve that there's a real growth and sort of energy around end user compute right now. And so we have assembled another great program. We're doing it in Munich next week, actually, January 23rd through the 27th. And then 2 weeks later in Silicon Valley, the February 5th through the 7th. So tremendous turnout of speakers in both venues. We expect to have close to 1,000 people between the 2 shows. And the ecosystem, which you guys will hopefully be helping cover, is showing up in we have about 30 different sponsors, which for a show in its only 2nd year is pretty exciting. And yeah, there'll be a lot of opportunities to learn about what's on in the EUC. We'll be making some major product announcements and some great new partnerships with Teradici, Amazon, NVIDIA. So there's a lot packed into a short couple-day program. And then we also have the first full day is actually all technical sales and partner training. So it's going to be a fantastic show. We'd love to invite anybody that's listening to join. And in fact, what I'd like to do is actually give you a code, which we can flash up on the screen, which we can give any of the VMblog listeners or viewers a free code to get in for free to the event.
What do you think, from your perspective, are some of the hottest topics that you anticipate being highlighted and discussed at this year's event?
Well, I can't give away everything because some of it's still under NDA, but I will tell you, like I said, we have some very exciting announcements that we're going to make with Amazon, with Teradici, and with NVIDIA. So you're going to see kind of some very big news coming from some of the biggest names in tech there, right? I guess the other thing that will we're excited to share is we're actually kind of building a new enterprise licensing model. So it's going to be much easier for large companies to sort of license our technology. And some of what drove the big deals at the end of last year for us are this idea of being able to sort of take a large enterprise that may be growing and sell them sort of an all-you-can-consume, all the IGEL technology enterprise licensing agreement. And so we've built a new, more agile licensing model, which we'll also be announcing at Disrupt. What I think a lot of people who have enjoyed the benefits of IGEL, or new people looking at IGEL, some of these fast expanding or consolidating industries, are going to enjoy a real benefit from the changes we've made in terms of how easy it is to consume what we believe is the most powerful Linux operating system and the best management tool that's tied to it, right? So, I can't give it all away, guys, but there's going to be some very big announcements. Obviously, some things with Amazon workspaces that we think people should show up and be on hand to learn about.
So, Jed, compared to the 2000 events, the 2018 events that you had in EMEA, North America, the US, how's attendance shaping up for this year? And, how many attendees do you expect at each event?
Yeah, so we already have close to 500 people registered in the European theater, and we're expecting to have about 300 in San Jose right now. But obviously, we'd like to see that both of those grow a little bit. All the last-minute registrations are welcomed. So yeah, we're targeting for somewhere between 900 and 1,000 people between the two venues is my personal goal, and obviously that's a tremendous growth over last year. We've tried to pick locations that were easier to get to in Silicon Valley and in Munich than where we did it last year. So hopefully we'll get a really good turnout. And obviously we have some great industry analysts that will be leading some of the keynotes from Gartner in Munich and IDC in Silicon Valley, as well as lots of other big customers that are deploying and wrestling with Windows 10 and how to deploy end user compute, as well as obviously a lot of our ecosystem partners will be there as well. And then equally important is our reseller partner community. And IGEL, one of the other exciting things is we are announcing a system integrator and managed services program for the first time, right? So we see this sort of cloud consumed managed service market as a big growth area for IGEL. And so we're excited to actually offer a new program for that sector of the market that will be announced in both venues.
And, end user computing, as we all know, is really hot right now. And, I thank you guys for filling in that sort of void or gap. We've lost a couple of, EUC focused events over the years. And so it's nice to see, IGEL stepping up and trying to create that EUC event for folks to come in, especially now while, the technology is really hot and everybody's kind of jumping back in. And we kind of already talked about this, I guess, in a way throughout, but I'm hoping maybe you can kind of summarize just because I really want to get the point across to everybody who's watching this at home. This is a really good EUC event, and I'm wondering maybe if you can give us just a couple of reasons why, you think people should really consider attending the show, either in Munich or Silicon Valley.
Yeah, well, I guess, first of all, we believe we're the fastest growing player in this EUC space, right? There's not too many people that are growing in this sort of high double-digit range that IGEL is, right? So we think we're leading the charge in terms of any player in this space in terms of just growth and interest in the technologies that we're offering, right? And that's that software-defined operating system that can go on any x86 device. And I'll let you jump to your own conclusions on any announcement that we might be making with NVIDIA in terms of what that might mean for the operating system. But in terms of other reasons, right, we're going to have all kinds of great technical training the first day on the 5th. Not only technical training, but also sales training for our partners and some enablement training for different distributor and reseller partners. But then on the main stage on on Thursday and Friday, you're basically going to see all kinds of big announcements coming from IGEL and some of our key partners. But then we also have 19 different breakouts. So we've been able to attract in our second year some of the top minds in this space. And I obviously encourage you to go to disrupteuc.com and you'll see the long list of great speakers that we have, right? And so there's going to be breakout sessions on protocols, on Microsoft virtualization, on Windows 10, a lot of the topics that are sort of driving, endpoint security, some of the things that people are really challenged with today. We are going to have some of the thought leaders delivering great content over that 2-day period. And of course, there's going to be some fun things along the way as well, right? For a conference that we will give you a free pass to, there's going to be some nice, different entertainment and treats and different things we'll be offering. And it's all under the theme of disrupt and challenge everything. And people ask me, why challenge everything, right? Well, what we're seeing with some of the customers that are having great success with IGEL is that they are challenging conventional wisdom in terms of how to manage and deliver cloud workspaces. And so a lot of what we're going to have on the main stage is actually customers as well, from some of our biggest retailers, hospitals, banks, delivering, how they are getting success and traction in delivering, cloud workspaces. So that should be exciting. I mean, I think that should be enough. Obviously, it's nice and warm here in California still. So I know some of your listeners are probably suffering through some snow right about now. Come out to California and warm up and learn all about end user compute, where it's going.
Well, thank you, Jed, for taking the time to speak with VMblog, and we look forward to seeing you at this upcoming event in San Jose.
Well, yeah, thank you so much. And you guys always do such a great job sort of capturing the energy and some of the thoughts of our ecosystem about where they see things are going. So we're very glad to be partnering with you again, and look forward to all the video content that you'll bring to bear, the insights that you guys are going to deliver. So thanks for agreeing to do that again for us. Oh, and one other quick thing, guys. The Citrix user group for Silicon Valley is actually going to be happening inside of Disrupt. And so that's a very exciting feature, and some of the breakouts and the happy hour will be part of the Citrix user group. So if you're interested in the Citrix user group for the Bay Area and or already are a member of that user group, we obviously invite you to come, and you also are entitled to a free pass into the event. So look forward to seeing you there.
See you there. Thanks a lot, Jed.